Okay, I'm finally able to film this because it's taken so long. So many interruptions today. I'm wearing my Scarlet Witch t-shirt, and I didn't know I was going to be going to see Deadpool and Wolverine tonight, but it just so happened to happen tonight. So that's what's going to go down tonight. And I want to share before I get into the comics that I'm going to be watching it in the PLF format. I'll let you know. Well, I don't know if I'm going to update you actually, but I've never seen that format before. And apparently it's like 60 to like 100-foot screen. I don't know at the top of my head if that's bigger than IMAX or not, but apparently it's supposed to be good. I just wanted to see it not in standard, not in 4D either, because 4D takes me away from the movie too much, unless I've already seen the movie, or I don't really care to focus on the movie at all, really. Then I'll watch it in 4DX, but 4DX usually takes me out of the movie so much because it's so much movement, and then you just get wrapped up in the movement and not in the everyone texts me when I'm filming. You guys, literally it works like a charm every time. I'm not doing anything, no one's texting me, but the second I start filming, everybody wants my attention. So I saw this at the bookstore the other day, and so this is before I get into the comic books. I saw this at the bookstore the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love the cover. I need to get it. I want it. And this is Liars by Sarah Manguso. Isn't it so cool? It's like that, the spine, the back. Okay, let me read you the summary. A searing novel about being a wife, a mother, and an artist, and how marriage makes liars of us all. A nuclear family can destroy a woman artist. I've always known that, but I never suspected how easily I'd fall into one anyway. When Jane, an aspiring writer, meets filmmaker John Bridges, they both want the same things: to be in love, to live a successful creative life, and to be happy. When they marry, Jane believes she has found everything she was looking for, including, a few years later, all the attendant joys and labors of motherhood. But it's not long until Jane finds herself subsumed by John's ambitions, whims, and ego. In short, she becomes a wife. As Jane's career flourishes, their marriage starts to falter. Throughout the upheavals of family life, Jane tries to hold it all together, that is, until John leaves her. Liars is a tour de force of wit and rage, telling the blistering story of a marriage as it burns to the ground, and of a woman rising inexorably from its ashes. That's how you write a summary, you guys. All of those buzzwords were so good. This reads just like Nocturnal Animals in a way, in like a weird way, to me, like the Tom Ford film. That's my favorite film ever in the world. So I got the same vibes from that, and I love books that are like that vibe of like she has everything she wants, but then it actually ends up being like fucking miserable. And so I love stories like that. Like, it's so good, because it's like you have what you want, you have what you've always wanted, like literally everything, and then you're either not happy with it, or it's just like it completely goes to shit having it all. And I don't know what it is, but like I think the psychological aspect of stories like that is so fascinating and intriguing, and so that's why I picked it up. Okay, so I like binged it yesterday morning. Not the whole book. I read up to like page 80 or something. Oh my god. Okay, so it was good. The only thing I don't like is that there's not really any dialogue. It's just like storytelling. Like she'll tell you like what the character said, but it won't be like in quotes, and I like kind of don't like that style of writing, to be honest. Like, ugh. There's no chapters, and paragraphs are separated so much by so many spaces, and it's just like I don't like that either. Like, I feel like we need proper like organization. I feel like we need proper spacing. Do you know what I mean? Like I need like a header, like I need like a chapter number. I need like at least like a little sub chapter, like a subtitle. It's just like, it infuriates me so much. But I can read a book without it being perfect like that, you know? Like if the book is good, the book is good. Like I don't care. Like I'll get over that. But like preferably that's just my preference. Like I'd rather there be like a chapter number or like like a word at least. You know, it's getting a little too experimental, and I was just like, oh, okay. But then, so it started out really interesting, very, very good. Like I like where it was heading. Like he's her dream husband. Like he's her dream man. They've been together for like 10, 15 years. And then she starts feeling like she is just a side piece. Like, I don't know what comes over him. I think it's like the curse of marriage or something. Not that it happens to everyone, but like I think it's a curse of marriage that happens to a lot of people, where it's just like it, like the literally from like the day after you get married, it's just like something happens where like stuff shifts like between both parties, but it's usually one party that it affects the most, and then that changes them, blah blah blah. But anyways, her life gets miserable. Basically, she ends up resenting him, as I would too. He is so annoying. He is not annoying as one of the characters in another book I mentioned a couple videos ago, but he's not annoying as that. But like it's just like so lazy and just like so horrible. Like makes her feel so bad. Like goes out all the time, even after they have a kid, and it's just like, oh my god. So the reason I stopped reading it is because after page 80, it's because even though it was good, it just is not making me feel good, because I feel like I'm spying on her life, and I love that it's first person, but it feels like I'm spying on her life, and her life just gets miserable and miserable like every second, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I hate this so much, because it's making me feel bad. It's like making me feel sick, because like obviously it's not happening to you, but it kind of makes me feel like my life sucks, because I'm seeing, that's why this is why I love first person storytelling, because I feel the most immersed in the story, because I keep reading the word I, which I love. But when the book is so depressing and progressively gets even more and more depressing, like literally she keeps getting bad luck after bad luck after bad luck. I'm like, what the, like this poor writer is making this artist so miserable, and it's just like I can't even like empathize with the character, because it's just like girl, you need like a million Hail Marys and like a miracle machine, because there is no way that your life's gonna get better from here, because it seems like it's constantly getting worse and worse and worse. But this is why I stopped, because it's kind of like driving me nuts. You guys, I've gotten like several texts in the past 7 minutes that I've been recording this, and it's just like actually enraging me, because I can't reply because I'm talking about it, like whatever. And so I think I had to like stop, because I felt like it was just gonna get even worse and worse and worse, and I think it does. And I'm like actually kind of scared to keep reading because of that reason. So that's my review on that, and I think I'm just gonna stop reading it. So I also have to tell you that I think I'm gonna post this on TikTok too, like this little clip. Last night I saw the finale of the Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths, the animated movies, part 3. And part 1 came out I think in January, and then part 2 I think came out in like April, and then, or March or April, and then part 3 came out in July. It just came out like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, but I was finally able to rent it on Apple TV like 2 days ago. And so I'm gonna give my review on all of them really quick. So part 1 I think was good. Part 2 I don't think was good. There were some parts of it that I did like. There were some parts of it that I didn't like. And then part 3 I think was the best one so far. I feel like the energy and the pacing that part 3 had should have been the energy and pacing that part 1 and part 2 had. Like, I don't know what it is. I know it's so hard because there's so many characters and you have to like try to make it make sense. But I think they could have done better with incorporating all those characters that are there, like in the room, not that are like actually speaking. They should have incorporated all of those super cool characters that they like rarely ever use more into this film. This is like the film where they should have had all these characters shine. Like this is the time for everyone to shine. The entire Omniverse is basically getting deleted by the Anti-Monitor, which we, spoiler alert, which we then come to find out at the very end that there's Anti-Monitors. So, like, as if one wasn't enough for all these heroes, like, they could barely kill one. After they killed one, like, all of these other ones show up, they're, like, screwed. So they had to use the Miracle Machine, and I thought it was, like, really, really cool, because, like, I think, like, any sorcerer or magic wielder couldn't even have done anything to save anyone, because I think even if they went into, like, a pocket dimension or whatever, I think that still might exist within, like, the Omniverse. Do you know what I mean? So these Anti-Monitors are, like, stronger than magic, I think. I think it transcends magic in the DC universe. I'm not sure, but I think so. And it was just so cool to watch. I wish they would have incorporated these, like, bonus characters a lot more. And it was so sad to see all the animated universes that they created throughout all of DC in, like, the past forever, I think. We didn't get to see every single animated Earth, but we did see a lot of them. And spoiler alert, they all got deleted from reality and existence. And it was so crazy. It was basically the movie where DC deletes its entire multiverse, but they find a way to save some of the heroes at the very end, and that's for you to watch it. I kind of spoiled that already with a buzzword, but I don't know if you caught that or not. If you already saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I thought it was really, really good, but that pacing should have kept throughout movie 1 and movie 2. I think they could have made it even bigger and better. I think it would have been cool had they shown Darkseid even more, maybe, in the movies, and just, like, incorporate more characters. I feel like Raven should have been in it. That's just me being biased because Raven's my favorite character in DC. And then, like, Dr. Fate, I think they could have included him a little bit more. Maybe they could have included some of the Chaos Magic wielders. I think that would have been fun, like Clarion the Witch Boy. That would have been so cool to see because he was such a huge part of Young Justice. And so, wait, does that mean that that Young Justice is not a part of this? I think it might not be, because I think Young Justice might be separate somehow because they didn't show it, their universe getting deleted. And so, because I heard that there was a rumor that there's another season coming, but I don't believe there's another season coming. I don't know. I wish there was. Like, I love that show. But anyways, that was my review. So, let's talk about my weekly comic book haul. I haven't gone in, like, a month. I think I haven't gone in a month. So, because I only have one more haul to do, and then I think I'm done, like, for real. I still have Uncanny X-Men and Exceptional X-Men to come out, which I think comes out the last week of this month or sometime next month. So I'm gonna wait till, like, the middle of August to pick those up, because I just want a little sneak peek as to how that's gonna go. But I'm, like, done because it gets too expensive, and it's just, like, I don't have the space for it. And I'm still selling a lot of them, guys. Like, I have so many single issues and so many volumes that I'm selling. If you guys want anything, I already have them on my Poshmark. And so my Poshmark is my first name, Ben, middle initial M, and then my last name, Abaroa. That's my Poshmark. I'm selling them. You have to click under, like, all. I don't know how it shows it on your guys' end, but don't just show, like, men's or women's. It's going to be all. So I got Phoenix #1. Honestly, I'm surprised that it took so long for Phoenix to get her own solo series. I know Jean kind of had one incorporated into the Krakoa era, but as I'm wearing my Scarlet Witch shirt. But I think this could have been better if they used, like, the same artwork from Weapon X-Men, that 4-issue one with, like, all the Wolverines and then Phoenix teleporting them all throughout the universe, throughout the multiverse. If that artwork would have been used in this, oh my gosh, this would be so good, and I would still be collecting them, like, for real. But it's not good enough. I don't think the artwork is good enough. It's not bad, but I just don't think it's good enough for me to keep going. But I think the story might be pretty good. I thought it was okay. So that's that. And then I started the new X-Men. They completely rewrote it. And of course, I thought it was okay. Like, it's just okay. I don't like how Scott looks at all in the comic, but, like, whatever. I don't like how Kid Omega is drawn either. But like, whatever, I'm not even going to be reading it. Once they start coming on Marvel Unlimited, I might read them, but other than that, I'm not. And then I also finished reading the House of Brainiac series on DC Infinite app. And then this is the final issue in the X-Men 97 miniseries. Girl, this took so long to come out. Like, we're already over X-Men 97. We're not over it, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it took so long for this issue to come out that it's just like, what even is the point anymore? Like, this 4th issue should have been out before the cartoon even aired. Like, I don't know why they did it after, whatever. I guess because of the spoiler that Jean was pregnant, but like, we all found that out, I think, within the 1st or 2nd episode. So this is that. This was okay. This was good. And then, to be honest, I didn't really read these. I just skimmed through them because I'm kind of over the Doctor Strange series. So this one's number 16 from the Blood Hunt. I love how cool it looks. He's like a vampire. And then this one's number 17. It's like, okay. I wish they used more magic in those, but like, whatevs. So that's it. And I read House of Brainiac. I thought it was okay. I think they could have done House of Brainiac better on DC Infinite app. And then I also read Green Arrow number 13. And then I think I was reading a little bit of Absolute Power. I'm not really liking the artwork, so I don't think I'm gonna read that series. I'm telling you, like, I read so much on the apps too, like, you don't even know. And then I think I'm starting the War World Rising from like 2018 or like 2022. I don't know what year it was. I don't know if I'm gonna finish that, but I read about like 1 issue of that whole volume because I saved like the omnibus or like the volume on my app. So I don't know. That's just that. And then what else was I going to update you on? I think that's it. So I only have left to get Uncanny X-Men and then Exceptional X-Men, which comes out in the future, in the near future. So, and then I think that's going to be done. That's going to be it for my comic book collecting, because it's just like, I don't need all of those comics physically, to be honest. To read them, yes, like duh. But to read them, no. I mean, to have them physically, I don't need them. So I think that's it. So go check out everything I just told you about. And then let me know what you guys think about Deadpool and Wolverine. My friend that I'm going to go with, my coworker, told me that to not go on TikTok because TikTok's spoiling it. Luckily, I didn't have anyone spoil it for me on TikTok. And so I was like, thank goodness. I'm like in the clear. And so, thank God it wasn't spoiled for me. But because I have to post like Justice League clips, because like duh. And so we're gonna go see it today. We were supposed to go see it on Sunday instead, but I guess it's just better this way. We're gonna go see it in the PLF format, which I've never been to, and yeah, it's gonna be fun because I haven't even seen the second trailer. I actually want to be surprised. You guys know how me spoiling Multiverse of Madness and then Thor Love and Thunder kind of like ruined the experience for me. So it's just like, I don't even want to watch the second trailer anymore. Like, I'll watch the first trailer, but not like the second trailer or like you know how they like closer to the release date, they start showing more and more clips of the film. And I'm just like, no, like I literally block my eyes. I'm like, I don't want it to be spoiled. Like, I really want to be surprised. And so, yeah, I've done my best. Like, I've done what I can. I haven't seen the second trailer or the final trailer, so I know I'm gonna be surprised by so much. And the first trailer like barely showed anything. Like, they only showed like Sabretooth and I think like Lady Deadpool, and then I don't know who else. But anything is game. Like, I don't know what cameos could be in here, but like anything is game. I trust in Ryan Reynolds, and I've been seeing all their press tour. It's so crazy. Like, they're so funny on that cooking show. That they were judging like the Australian and the Canadian food. It was so funny. They're both so hilarious, and I wish I could meet them sometime because they're both put together. They're both so funny. So I think this is gonna be epic. Like, and for people saying that this movie is gonna like save the MCU, like the MCU was never broken. Like, you just haven't seen the bigger picture yet. Like, Secret Wars hasn't come out. The King Dynasty or whatever, Avengers 5 hasn't come out yet. So, like, don't say those things without you knowing like what you're talking about, because like there's a bigger picture to this, and you're just judging like these little shows and like these little movies, and you think that like that's the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe phase or whatever now, and then like you're saying that it's over, but it's like not, and then you're gonna like go back on you saying that, oh, I was just kidding, like I didn't know like that this was gonna happen. Like, yeah, you did, you know, it was all planned out. So all those people posting videos saying that the MCU is over, like, you're so dumb. You're so dumb. Like, you already know there's so much more coming and better stuff is coming. And then also, wait, there was one more thing I was going to say. Oh yeah, San Diego Comic-Con. I wish I was there. I wish I was there so bad. I need to go once to experience it. I don't know what year I'm going to go, but I have to go one year. Maybe like the year to do like Secret Wars, or like the year to do, I think the year to do Secret Wars, or maybe like an X-Men year would be like the year for me to go. And I would really have to like plan that out really well. That would be so fun. I need to look into that. Okay. Bye.